And welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner right here from the sports broadcasting class. Rob Strauss, Tad Kozaneski, and as always, Coach Harris, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, coming off a real tough loss at Paulsboro, never an easy place to play, but you had some roster issues that didn't help the situation either.
Yeah, well, I got to say, just looking at them and throughout the landscape of South Jersey, they're probably a top 5 team this year in South Jersey. Then obviously we had a lot of guys out, and that didn't help. We're young as it is, and then we got younger with guys missing for different reasons.
Something I like, Coach, when I watched your game broadcasted, I'll tell you what, even though you left the game with the quarterback with 4 interceptions, he didn't seem overwhelmed. He didn't seem scared. Can you talk a little about his overall performance in the game?
Yeah, he was nervous. He made mistakes. But he's a kid that, has a broken finger. He's playing with a broken finger, fractured finger right now. So he's got a cast on that. So he's fighting through that. We're trying to get him up to speed, but obviously when you're playing the opponent like that, it's tough to get going. But yeah, Santino's a tough kid. We look forward to him, just committing to the weight room and having a great offseason going into next year. But he's doing some good things right now.
Seemed to be moving the ball pretty well offensively, at least for that first drive. Got a couple first downs, and then it looked like everything just kind of fell apart from there. But I agree with Tad. There was some positives that you took from there. What are some of the things that you told Santino, either going into the game and then obviously coming out of the game?
Consistency, and then I think some of the reads that he made as far as throwing the ball. Pre-snap reads and seeing the coverage were not good, but he made some good ones as well. So it's just not locking in your pre-snap and just making a decision and throwing the ball up. And I think that's what got him into trouble with some of those interceptions or bad throws, and not just locking in. That's just part of it. You can't just expect a sophomore to go out there and played varsity at quarterback to go in there and light it up. So he just has to learn from it and hopefully develop from it. His body language started to dip a little bit, but just that was the big thing for me, was the body language and telling the kids, everybody, every position, to keep fighting. You're in a tough spot.
Talk a little about maybe some of the younger kids. You played a lot of kids who maybe not even played varsity for the first time. Is there any couple guys that stood out that kind of opened your eyes a little bit?
Well, some of the younger guys, kid he's actually started from day one, but his first year playing football is Jeremiah Davis at center for us. He's been playing tough. We're kind of asking him. We've been giving him more and more. Also, he was a transfer from North Carolina. Was Mekhi Morgan. He was a running back last week for us, receiver. He played everything, and you could see he was gassed. He started cramping up, which was kind of not was expected. But we were asking a lot for him just because we're short on varsity guys, so we're in a tough spot. But I think a lot of the kids stepped up. We're super young. We're really young.
What did you say to the team afterwards? Obviously a lopsided loss there for you guys. How do you pick the team up and get ready for West Deptford this week?
Just again, you're asking them to show character, show up to practice, work your butt off, and be consistent. I think that's the biggest thing. Not even just playing who the opponents were playing, but this year with the pandemic was just being consistent, being at practice, not being distracted. Which is, you're in a situation where one day you're in school, one day you're not in school. With your educational piece, rides, getting rides to practice. There's no locker room. You can't be in the school. Grades. There's just so many distractions, and just tell them to keep fighting. It only gets better. I told them tough times don't last, tough people do. So that's just something they got to keep going, keep chugging along here.
You played a pretty difficult schedule this year. I'm talking about some of the other teams that you've already played, Paulsboro being one of them. Who are some of the teams you've already played that you might expect to do some things when they hit the playoffs?
As far as other teams?
What do you think that you've played?
I think the 2 toughest games obviously are Paulsboro and going to be West Deptford. They're always the top-notch teams. It's just tough. It's really tough because you don't know who's got what players. We're out a bunch of starters the last week and this week. for different reasons, and it's tough to say what if, are other teams having that same situation. You don't know, you're not there. But I'd say, honestly, I think Paulsboro, they blanked West Deptford. To me, that they're the best team I've seen. I haven't seen, I've seen some film of Lenape, and my understanding is Cherokee as well. But teams on our schedule, Woodbury's been tough. They're young as well. Collingswood's young, but they've been improving. I definitely think Haddon Heights is a very talented team. They're probably the best team besides Paulsboro that we've played so far.
And Coach, speaking of
that answered your question. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Paulsboro, is that one of the best teams that you've seen? Now we heard coming into that game that Paulsboro was really, really good. How do you feel that they looked as in terms of like the broad picture of South Jersey football?
Yeah, I gotta believe that I haven't seen everybody, so I don't want to speak on some of the bigger schools. But as far as small schools, Group 1, Group 2, I don't think there's a better team than them. And again, I don't know. I haven't seen everybody on film, so I can't really evaluate that. But as far as the Paulsboro teams I've seen, probably the best team we've seen in the past 5-6 years. Just defensively, if you just watch them defensively play, they're lights out. So they're top notch on defense. I think they'd give any team in South Jersey a run for their money.
I'm going to shift a little bit, and as we look ahead to West Deptford, what's odd for us as Sterling football broadcasters and fans is we're not used to seeing West Deptford with a record like they have. Can you tell us what you've seen with West Deptford overall in the films, and maybe if you've seen them in person?
I could say that you see them. It affects everybody not having the summer. You see a couple mistakes, against Haddonfield, and Haddonfield pulls a late win out against them. Some other thing, they've been improving. You expect those great programs, they improve throughout the year, and that's something they've definitely done. They're in a game close with Camden. They beat Woodrow. They lose to Haddonfield by a point, so they beat Collingswood, who beat us. So they're improving. You can obviously see that always occurs with reps and buy-in, and the kids doing everything that you ask them to do.
Unique start time for this game, Coach, going with the 6 o'clock start. Any reason for the hour before that you got of, or is that just a West Deptford call?
I have no idea. I think the times were given out probably by the West Jersey scheduling committee or whatever, because all the times are random because of the scheduling with the officials. I really don't know why 6 o'clock. I'm sure West Deptford probably has something to do with that.
For our fans who are going to be watching the West Deptford game, whether there or live, give us a number or two when they have the ball on offense and then on defense, some guys that we could kind of keep an eye on that are pretty key players for West Deptford.
Really, their quarterback. He's their key guy. He was last year for them, 13. As far as offensively, 27 and 9 get the ball a decent amount, but 13, he's the quarterback. He's their primary guy.
How about defensively? Linebacker, anybody that we're going to be seeing making a lot of plays defensively?
I haven't seen too many, but they're tough up front. They're well coached, and they come off their physical. So nobody really stood out too much on defense.
I'm going to flip it around on you, Coach, a little bit. Talk from the Sterling side of things. Who are you looking at from our team to step up and make big plays against a tough West Deptford team here on Friday night?
Really just our running backs. The guys we still have. Jameer Richardson, he's been having a solid season for us defensively, offensively, and he's got a bum ankle, but he's been a guy that stepped up the past couple of weeks as far as the leadership. Makai Morgan, he's been a kid that's been impressive. We were happy to have him transfer in. He was a pleasant surprise. Unfortunately, he had to sit the first few weeks. And then the linemen, just Jeremiah Davis, Eric Shipley, they've done a great job. They're just kids that keep plugging along. They show up every day and they work their butts off.
You've had the unique practice this week. If you ask people around the Colonial Conference, who are the two teams that kind of put, I don't know, fear or whatever puts you on notice? It's West Deptford
And welcome, everybody. We are live from West Deptford. Tad Kosneski, Rob Strauss will be joined by Kevin Schulz as well as we bring you West Deptford at 2-4, Sterling 1-5. And Rob, it has been a long time since Sterling has beaten West Deptford. Goes back all the way to 2005.
Yeah, last 5 games, West Deptford head-to-head, 16 straight. Sterling has dropped to these West Deptford Eagles. Last time we got to go back to the Art Ellis days of 2005.
We've been shut out the last 3 times by a total score of 113-0. So this is what they're calling an extra game. There are playoff games going on. This is considered an extra game. Haddonfield sits on top of the division. They are 3-2. Willingboro 1-2. West Deptford this season, they started off slow, but they've won one game recently. They beat Woodrow Wilson in a big win, and their other win was against Collingswood, 36-6. So West Deptford has won the toss, Rob. They deferred. Sterling will have it first. Again, it's the same lineup we had against Paulsboro. Because of those health reasons, those players will be back and available next Saturday for the 11 o'clock game at Paul 6. Crowd's ready, players ready, we're ready. And the referee was not ready.
Actually, a penalty marker thrown on the far side, Tad. Somebody might have left early there for West Deptford. I believe they did, so they'll back it up 5 yards.
Never a good sign to start the game like that with a penalty.
And with all the rain that we got over the last 36 hours, over 2 inches of rain fell in this area in the middle of the field. Really chewed up, especially on that right around where they're kicking off. The sidelines are a mess. Tad, we got a chance to go down there early and walk around. It is squishy down there.
Not very pleasant at all. But again, the kids are out here. They're playing football. And now we're ready to go. I had such a good opening too, Robert. Here we go again. Deep kick, near side of the field. Sterling returning from their own 10. Has some room on the near side with some blocking room in front. Blackney going to make it out to the 35-yard line where Sterling will take over 1st and 10 with their quarterback Santino Savarese. Got his first start last week. He was 6 for 16, 100 yards, 4 interceptions.
Not a bad showing for Savarese. Didn't have the happy feet as we talked about in the game last week. Looked really composed back there when he had time against obviously a much better Paulsboro team.
1st and 10, Sterling were just underway from their own 34-yard line. This West Deptford team, to compare them, earlier in the year played Paulsboro. They were shut out by Paulsboro. Mackay, Morgan, and Richardson in the backfield in a pro set they start. Actually going to be a shotgun formation. This is Morgan. Now, again, if they changed uniforms, I don't know, but that's Morgan going to gain about 4. Morgan took the direct snap.
Yeah, they made a lot of lineup changes last week, and even some of those were last-minute changes from Coach Harris. But Mackay Morgan had a pretty nice showing last week. A good, nice gain of there, 4.
Savarese was on the field. He lined up on that play as a wideout. It'll be 2nd down and about 6. Again, just underway. Sterling and West Deptford. Shotgun again is Morgan. 2 wideouts to the near side. Morgan just a junior, man in motion, and now flags fly everywhere. Shifting. Costing 5 for Sterling.
I believe that was Blakeney on the illegal shift there, so that'll erase any positive yardage that Mackay Morgan gained for Sterling. And it'll be a 2nd down and 11.
So 2nd and 11 for the Knights. Again, running some different formations here. Second and 11. Keeping it himself and going nowhere on that one is Morgan. They're going to lose about 3.
DeAndrea again gets hauled down in the backfield. Loss of 3.
And we welcome Mr. Schulz to the broadcast here as well on a 3rd and 14. Let me bring you up here, Mr. Schulz, so we can talk to you. There you are.
Good, crisp, cool night. I'll tell you, it was didn't even look like we would get weather like this with the early part of the day. And I know I went to Mr. K, but he had his correct forecast saying it's going to be okay for tonight. So
I'm a weather geek. Here's Morgan again from the shotgun. Sand a man in motion is Blackney. and Morgan goes down, but Blackney holds the ball. But with that said, he's still going to lose a yard. It's going to be 4th and long.
It's kind of the lesser of the two evils there, Schulze. Either way, that play was dead. Morgan got buried at about the 25, and even out on the Blakeney got buried as well. So 4th and long on the way.
Yeah, and no room to get upfield, and that's the thing with West Deptford. If you just keep going to the outside, you give time for the defenders, the linebackers, the safeties coming up and run support to make that play. And the longer you go to the outside, the less likely you are to get upfield and get around the edge.
Morgan's going to punt. He's back at his own 15-yard line. High snap. And he twicks it off the side of his foot, and West Deptford is going to pick this up. I don't think it was blocked. I just think he missed it.
I think it was blocked, and I think that whoever was on that far side for West Deptford could have picked that up and just walked into the end zone.
Yes.
Well, nonetheless, West Deptford going to take over 1st and 10. Their featured players, their quarterback, Aaron Graber. He has run the ball 65 times, 520 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's thrown 19 for 47, 300 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
And I know we saw Graber warming up last year throwing. Didn't really throw a ton during the games. Had a real good running game, but you could tell he really had a lot of zip on the ball, had a good quick release, and it's showing with those stats.
1st and 10, pitch it near side of the field. A lot of blocking, or a lot of room around the edge. First play, not quite in. They're going to say no, just out of bounds at the 1-yard line. I believe that was Jones on the carry. You're going to have to help me in that, Rob. Yeah, it is Jones. I thought he might go in, but stopped short.
That's a textbook way to run that play. You seal everything off, and there was a ton of room off to the outside, and they just cut off any flow of the linebackers, eliminated anything up front, had a good push up front, and they got to that second level and didn't allow the safeties to come up in run support. Just a real good job by that offensive line.
Schulze, I think that's how Paulsboro started the game last week, too, with a nice run to the outside. They really exploited Sterling on the outsides.
From the 1, 1st and goal, West Deptford. Man in motion. Handed up to Jones, and Jones is in for the touchdown from 1 yard out. West Deptford's on the board first.
Only took 2 plays, too, Schulze, but, you know, it's going to be tough sledding here tonight for Sterling if they can't stop that run game.
And that was a lot of what we saw last week. You know, we talked about how, strangely enough, in a blowout like we saw last week on offense, they were able to move the ball. The problem was defensively, Sterling just had no answer at all for Paulsboro, and it looks like we're looking at much the same thing tonight going against this high-powered West Deptford offense.
Extra point try. Kick is long enough, and the kick is good. 9:04 to go, first quarter. Eagles of West Deptford lead it 7-0.
West Deptford up with 9:04 to play in the first quarter, 7-0.
And Schulze, you look at this schedule for Sterling going forward. I mean, Paulsboro last week, West Deptford this week. Probably one of the toughest schedules where we thought it was going to be a relatively, favorable schedule for Sterling at the onset of the season. Now you're looking at these tough road games.
Yeah, it's gotten difficult in a hurry. And the thing about, Rob, this West Deptford team, I know a lot of people had said that, they didn't have a win there for a little while, had some people out, but they're really starting to get it together now and had a nice win. I believe it was last week against a real tough Woodrow Wilson team. So, and you figure in the tradition that's here year in and year out, they're just a power. These kids just know how to play football. They're fundamentally sound, and they come at you on every play. And it's, as expected, it was going to be a tough night.
Here's Brady Clark to kick off. This is a blast, and this is going to go in the end zone, and that'll bring it back out.
And here's a question that I have for both of you guys. I mean, you talk about West Deptford and how much prominence they've had here in South Jersey over so many years. Do you consider them a South Jersey dynasty?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, no question about it. And we talk about this all the time. The funny thing about when you talked about West Deptford up till 1990, primarily they were a soccer school, soccer powerhouse. I don't know that they might have had a winning season here or there, but really were not a football school at all. But that all changed when Clyde Folsom came in the early 90s.
Quick throw to the far side, and going nowhere on that one is Morgan. He's going to lose about 4.
Swarming defense by the Eagles there, and really no time for Sterling.
And that's indicative of what you see from some of these top teams in the conference when we're talking about Paulsboro, who we saw last week. You see it from Haddonfield. You see it from West Deptford. Once they know where the ball's going, they're not just looking to see. They're all sprinting to that area. And it's so hard if you're an offense to get into space because of that.
Second down. Richardson maybe to the line of scrimmage. That entire front line of defense in there doing a really nice job. Looks like initially in there on the stop was Garson.
Yeah, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a dominate, we saw a dominating offensive line for West Deptford on last scoring drive. Defensively, they're just holding up the offensive linemen, and, that's a linebacker's dream to have all that room to flow back and forth. And you can really see that happening when they try to go to the outside.
Third down and long. Shotgun for Savarese. Looking near side. And that is intercepted, bringing it down the sidelines and going into the end zone for the touchdown. I believe that's why I can't see the number. I apologize. Still looking. Looks like number 9. That's Jones, Jamar Jones. So he saw that one come and read it real well. And West Deptford defensively now on the board.
And part of being a good program with a great tradition is doing your homework, looking at the films. And he just read Savarese's eyes right there, anticipated, picked that one off, and had nothing but end zone in front of him.
13-0 now as the lineup for the extra point. Again, to take this kick here will be Brady Clark. High snap, kick a line drive, and this one is good. 7:34 to go here in the first quarter. Sterling trails this one by a score of 14-0. And guys, I came with some more trivia tonight, so we're going to start it early.
It wouldn't be a broadcast if we didn't have trivia.
Now, we talked about this in the pregame. When was the last time, what year was the last time Sterling beat West Deptford?
Oh, I know this.
I got this one.
We talked about it last week.
Well, just give me the number.
2005.
2005.
All right, so I went 10 years beyond that just to have some fun. Let's talk 1995.
He was teasing us, thinking we would get the question.
Yes,
and taking it to another level.
So we're 1 for 1. So that's good.
That qualifies.
So we're going to talk 25 years ago, 1995. All right. There was 2 major internet providers that were out in 1995 that they started their business in 1995.
I got one.
I think I have both of them.
All right. We'll wait till we get this play here, so think about it. So, again, we're going 25 years ago. The major internet providers. There were 2
cable,
internet providers.
Okay.
West Deptford in to kick off with their 14-0 lead. Near side of the field. Here come the Silver Knights. This is Blakeney. Blakeney across the 30. That's been their best offense of the day. 2 kick returns. It comes out to the 35. All right, guys, you want to take a guess? The 2 internet providers 25 years ago.
I got one. One was America Online.
That would be correct.
That was my guess.
All right, there's another one.
I have it on the tip of my tongue, and I should know this, but
this is 1995.
I don't know.
Begins with a P.
P?
P. I'll let you think about here. First and 10.
Or were you thinking of something else? You look stumped right now.
I am completely perplexed, to use the letter P.
Savarese hands this one off to Richardson. Richardson give him maybe half a yard. Prodigy is the name.
Prodigy.
Prodigy was the name of the company.
What is it?
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Not the alt rock '90s band.
No. So we're talking 25 years ago.
I was, well, I'm younger than you guys, but I just graduated high school. So I was a year out of high school.
Schulz and I were broadcasting high school
30,
games.
So I'm the baby?
You're the baby.
I'm the baby here?
Yeah.
All right.
You're the baby.
2nd down and 9 for the Knights. 6:45 to go, first quarter. 2 wideouts far side. Looking far side. He's going to get clobbered. Hello. You could see that coming from here.
And guys,
And he is absolutely. Give me a second here, Kevin, on the blitz there. That looked like Cody Thurston.
Cody Thurston on the sack there, and we saw that developing. There's no way Savarese even saw him.
and the thing that makes it difficult is you have to have your backs in there to help out blocking, and you can't really use them as extra safety valves to look to on the outside. You almost have to go downfield, and that was kind of doomed from the start, but just a tough situation going against this West Deptford defense.
3rd down and long. We'll call it about 16. Under 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Savarese going to hand this off to Richardson. Richardson pushing ahead for everything he can. Not going to quite get back the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and about 12.
Oh, nice job up front, off to that left side against, as we talked about, a West Deptford defense that yardage on the ground is tough to come by, but a good job of Richardson's keeping the legs going and getting a nice little gain off there off to the left side.
Jacoby Williams is going to go back to receive the kick from West Deptford as the punt team is on. He's standing back at his 33-yard line. And, boy, I think Sterling might run a play here. I think they're going to run a play. They are not punting.
No, they had issues with the last one, so.
This is 4th down and 11. Gets the pass off, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Morgan, and a turnover on down. So West Deptford will take over.
And we saw a lot of issues with the punt game over the last couple weeks. We saw it against Willingboro. We saw it against Paulsboro, and we saw it here again here tonight. So it's 3 straight games. Something with that punt team, something not really clicking on all cylinders, Schulze.
Yeah, and it's tough, when you have the outside guys on the return team, the guys coming in and they're right in your face right when you get the ball. So Sterling just figured, why not take a shot there on 4th down.
1st and 10, man in motion. Give it to the man in motion, trying to get around the edge. Cutting that ahead is Williams. May have a face mask on the play. Clock continues to run. I don't see a flag on the play. Looked like it from up here too, but no flag. Give him a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
And Williams initially was he looped back, and usually when that happens in a normal situation, it gives time for the linebackers and the run stoppers from the safety position to come up and make a play, but it's such a good push on that right side, and they get to the second level so quickly. You could still loop back, take time, and there was still a whole lot of room off to that right side.
2nd down and 2. Jones going to get a 1st down to about the 16-yard line. Tackle on the play by Hines.
Yeah, there's another example of you're looking at the offensive line of West Deptford pushing the defensive line of Sterling back 5 and 6 yards, where these backs, if they're going off tackle, they're not getting hit till 5, 6 yards into the run.
Jones averaging about 5 yards a carry, has 2 touchdowns on the year. 1st and 10. West Deptford on the move. Far side, Jones. He is engulfed. A nice tackle there by Jaheim Reddick. Reddick listed as a freshman.
Gain of 3 more, 2nd down and 7.
So 2nd and 7 coming up for West Deptford. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. First quarter here in this game between West Deptford and Sterling. Sterling having their trouble already trying to beat West Deptford for the first time since 2005. West Deptford has won 16 straight meetings.
That's 10 years after AOL and Prodigy came out.
That is correct. Very good. You're learned. Like it. 2nd down and 7. shifting to the right. Pitch it to Williams. Williams has some good blocking in front, and he is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. At the last second, Sterling had a chance, but Jacoby Williams is going to go in for the score, and it's now 20-0.
I think they tried to tackle Williams with the horse collar tackle, and then they let him go, and that just got him into the end zone there. But some good blocking right up ahead. You saw that develop from the very beginning.
And all you see in front of Williams are more West Deptford jerseys than Sterling jerseys. And again, I think it all starts with what happens in the middle, just clogging things up. And, there's a lot of West Deptford guards pulling. They don't have anybody to hit because West Deptford's so dominant in getting to that second level.
So now in for the extra point try, Brady Clark. Clark, a sophomore. Line drive. It gets through. 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. West Deptford leads at 21-0. Now I like Fly Eagles Fly, but don't necessarily like that.
Well, you want to hear a lot of that on Sunday, not here on Friday night.
All right, let's go back to have some more fun. 25 years ago, what happened? October 3rd, 1995. October 3rd, 1995.
We don't even get a...
All right. It was a story of the year. It ended that day. October 3rd.
Oh, I got it. I know it.
Wait a second.
Because I know exactly where I was when it happened.
Oh, we're even going to get exactly where I was. So it was the story of 1995, the entire 1995, and it ended on October 3rd, 1995, 25 years ago. You're really going to see old when I say this answer.
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be really, really disappointed in myself.
I mean, it was not only probably the story.
It
was definitely the story of America. Yeah, it could have been the story of the decade. I'll add it. It involved a sports figure. Deep kick.
Oh, I know.
Comes Blakeney. Blakeney, again, near side return, gets some blocking. He's going to step out of bounds at the 29. I'll let Strauss go first because he said he had.
This was the OJ verdict.
Yeah. OJ, 25 years ago since that verdict is passed.
And they've had so many documentaries on that. I know ESPN did one that was critically acclaimed. And that was like the trial of the century, I think they called it.
Yep. Live in there every day. I can't believe that was 25 years ago.
That's insane.
The verdict.
Who said if it doesn't fit, you must have quit?
That was Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
If the shoe doesn't fit. That was 25 years ago. Sterling trying to get anything going, trailing at 21-0. And whistle stops play. It's probably going to be movement against Sterling. It'll cost him 5.
Sterling. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And when you're trying to get anything going offensively and you start off your first play from scrimmage with a false start, that's got to be infuriating, not only as a coach but also as a team as well.
And a lot of younger players out there right now playing a team like West Deptford, your head's just spinning. You're trying to catch up, and West Deptford is just a step ahead of Sterling in every facet of the game.
I want to credit our baseball coach, Coach Hoffman, who guessed the prodigy answer and also just got OJ.
Wow, maybe he should be on our broadcast.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's got it. 25 years ago. 1st and 15. Pass play. Oh, that's knocked down up in front. They just can't get anything going tonight. Also, we have this update. Congratulations to our girls field hockey team. A 2-1 winner at Deptford. They win their first round playoff game, and they will move on.
Good for them. Who had the goals? Do we have a...
We'll see if we can find out. Mr. Manlove is the one sending me the information.
Kudos to Coach Waters and the girls. I know they had a tough schedule this year and came out with a 1-1 tie against Collingswood that was cut short because of darkness. And for them to go in on the road, Deptford, good for them.
Pass is there, in and out of the hands of Morgan. Morgan was open. That's actually a good, well-thrown ball and couldn't catch it.
And one of the few times that we've seen a Sterling receiver have so much space on the field, they just weren't able to get the ball to him. And I think when Savarese was hit that one time, the blindside hit, that makes it tough for a young quarterback because you're always thinking, you have that in your head, and a lot of times moving forward in a game, you might not set your feet right, and it just, you kind of get out of whack a little bit fundamentally.
3rd and about 15. Sterling looking for their first down of the game. Man in motion. Looking. Passes off. Blakeney on the catch out to the 35. Makes it a possible 4th and 5 play that at least is manageable.
Yeah, and a good throw by Savarese and an even better play call. We talked about Savarese getting hit a lot. Anything that takes, more than a couple seconds or more than 2 steps and dropping back, I think you want to stay away from. Just step back quick, get rid of it quick.
It's going to be 4th down, and we'll call it 5. So 4th and 5. 2 wideouts far side, 2 wideouts the near side. Richardson alone back in the backfield. Savarese is back. He's looking far side. They're going deep. This is a jump ball. He's got a man there. Did he get it? Nope. And a flag flies, as was intended for Blakeney. And we assume this is going to be pass interference against West Deptford. Holding, they call. 1st down nonetheless.
And a real nice job of Savarese there. And I think what allowed Blakeney to get open was Savarese made one look to the flat, and I think West Deptford kind of bid on that a little bit, and that enabled Blakeney to get open. But a real nice look, and you can see it. Savarese had a little more time there, and really the last couple throws has looked a little more confident. Kind of getting past, again, that blindside hit
Timeout was
5 plays ago.
Timeout was called on that play. And, Rob, we had some news today coming in about our soccer team that we can pass on to the people right now that I will try to find for you. We are told now that the soccer season for Sterling ended due to an overabundance of caution for health concerns. We were scheduled to bring you a playoff game tomorrow. That game has been canceled, and the remainder of the season has been stopped. Again, it ended due to an overabundance of caution for health concerns.
And we want to say that's for the boys' season.
And the girls we're trying to go out Monday to Pemberton to do their game. So, again, if you're looking for the boys' soccer game tomorrow, that game is not happening, and our wishes go out to Coach Marley's and the rest of the team who's got the number 2 seed in Group 2, and that's just where it's going to end for this year, and it's just been that kind of year. 1st and 10 coming up for Sterling from their own 45. Split the wideouts. Quick pitch far side. Blakeney by 1, hit hard across midfield. So they're in West Deptford territory, a gain of about 6.
Well, that's the best way to get the ball to Blakeney in space. And, I think the theme of what Sterling's trying to do offensively is just get rid of the ball quick. They don't run anything from a passing standpoint that takes time, or even from a running standpoint that takes time.
In West Deptford territory for the first time today. 2nd down and 5. Richardson back to the original line of scrimmage. That front line, very strong for West Deptford.
Yeah, and there's a perfect example. Maybe not the 5 and 6 yards that Richardson got on the previous run that he had, but Sterling's kind of abandoned anything going to the outside because West Deptford's so quick in getting out there, and just trying to get upfield in a hurry. Don't give West Deptford a chance up front to penetrate.
3rd down and 4 for Sterling. 30 seconds to go, first period. Ball dribbles back to Savarese, and Savarese is going to lose 4 or 5 yards as he is planted into the ground. And that should just about do it there. That can't be a pleasant feeling, Kevin, for a quarterback when the ball dribbles back like that.
No, and when you look up, you're going to have a couple defensive linemen right in your face.
And that is going to do it for action here in the first quarter. So we get through the first quarter here from West Deptford. West Deptford leading it by a score of 21-0. And again, our theme for the night has been 25 years ago. And let's see where we can go with this one. How about this? How much was a gallon of gas on average 25 years ago, back in 1995. And
Do we have to be within a certain?
I'll give you within 5.
Within 5 cents?
Yeah.
Man, I have no.
I'm gonna go $1.15.
You're pretty close. Kevin?
I was going to say $1.25.
You're both lower. But, Rob, you're closer.
Is it 107?
109 was
Yeah.
a gallon of gas.
You know how I remember this? I remember going to Raceway Gas on Route 37 in Toms River, and I saw it was like 98 cents or 99 cents a gallon. It was fantastic.
Also, just a note, 1995 was the first year the Internet became privatized. The government of the United States did not own it. It's the first time the Internet became available.
The interweb.
That's what it was back then. As we start the
Worldwide.
second quarter, that's what it became. When we start the second quarter, here's Rob Strauss.
Thank you, Ted. I'll leave the trivia folder to you.
Thank you.
So 4th down and 9. Sterling going to go for it here, moving left to right here in this second quarter. 4 wide receiver looks. Santino Savarese has it picked off and bringing it all the way back with nobody in front of him is West Deptford's number 50, Jordan Roan, for the touchdown. 45-yard interception for a return for a touchdown. That's Savarese's second pick 6 in this game.
And there's not too much fancy about it, Kevin. I mean, he's keying in on one receiver. We can see it from up here, and the defenders are seeing that as well.
Yeah, they're just looking at the quarterback's eyes. And, you know, the one time he kind of looked to the flat, then went deeper. It gave him some space. But, yeah, they're just anticipating, looking at the eyes and anticipating where to go. And they're there pretty quick.
Sterling may have too many people on the field.
Penalty marker thrown. They are counting right now.
And they're saying legal substitution. Let's see, is it against West Deptford? I'm counting Sterling. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep, there he comes.
Yep.
Here's your extra guy off.
All right, so I got an update from Coach Packer from field hockey. It was 1-0 Sterling at halftime, and then Deptford scored, and then Sterling scored with 3 minutes left to go in the game.
Awesome.
Low line drive kick is no good. So the score will stay 27-0, 11:50 left to go in this first half. Amber Powell scoring for in the field hockey game, and Katie.
I don't know Katie's last name.
don't know
I
Katie.
apologize. Thank you, Mr. Manlove.
Thanks, Mr. Manlove.
So they win. Maybe we'll find out when they play. They might play one Monday as well. We'll have to find that out. So again, we're playing the 25 years ago game. I guess I'll go back into my bag of tricks here.
All right, here we go.
Have some
We need
fun
that
here.
sound effect of you jingling through your keys and.
All right, this is more up Rob's alley.
Okay, it's got to be a music one.
Can you name one of the top songs of 1995?
Yes.
I've got 3 of them here. 2 of them are by the same group.
Yep.
You know this.
Yes.
You do. 1995.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
I will tell you that the artist is Ace of Base.
You would be incorrect.
What?
Incorrect.
That's 94. Sorry. Ace of Base was 94.
This is
I
95.
know that they had 3 top 10 hits in 1994, at the end of 94.
There is a group that has 2 here. I'll let you pick up here.
So now you got me confused. I'm frazzled. Kickoff, high end over end, taken by Blakeney inside the 5. Blakeney looking right up the middle. Now he's going to go to the far side. Blakeney pushed out of bounds at about the 25, just shy of the 25 at the 24. And Sterling will take over first and 10, 11:42 left to go in the second. That artist that you mentioned, is this year end Billboard?
Yeah, the end of the year, 1995. I have a couple of the top charting songs for 1995.
I almost want to say Hootie and the Blowfish.
They were the new artist. They were the best new artist. So you're good with that one. So best new artist of 1995 was Hootie and the Blowfish, 25 years ago.
Is Alanis Morissette on the list?
She got Album of the Year.
So I'm dancing all around this thing.
And that album was called?
Jagged Little Pill.
Very good.
Turned into a musical.
That was the Album of the Year.
I have no input here with that.
First,
None.
Richardson on the carry, stumbles as he goes across the 25 out to 26, gain of 2. Boys to Men.
Good guess, but not in the top 5. I'm getting some text. Let me go to my text word here. So if we have anybody online.
Coach Johnson is saying TLC.
Very good, Coach Johnson.
Coach Johnson.
Can you name 2 of those songs, Coach Johnson?
Well, I'm going to go No Scrubs and Waterfalls.
Here's Kelly. She just texted me. All right, we'll get to that. We'll let you get this play in.
2nd down and 8. Savarese from the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the near side. Richardson's going to get the carry again across the 30. And really in that tough part of the field right now, just kind of can't get really any footing there inside the hash marks.
Nah, but when Richardson even has just a little bit of room, it's nice to see what he can do. But, again, in most cases, it makes it tough with that front 4 of West Deptford. She didn't look at her. Miss Johnson didn't look at her phone.
Wow, she got it. She got the answer. It's Waterfalls and Creep.
Oh, Creep.
That was 2 and 3. We still have number 1, and you're not allowed to look, Miss Johnson. You got to do it off memory.
All right.
Is it all for one? Is it Color Me Bad?
No.
Okay.
Next time I talk to Harold, her husband, I'm going to
Was she
see
Googling?
if she was looking things up on the phone.
Richardson stopped for no gain. He's going to bring up 4th down. Maybe gained a yard they gave him. 4th and short on the way.
Not that I'm calling in for an investigation or anything like that.
What are you writing down there, Mr. Schultz?
He's using AOL and Prodigy to look up his answers.
Let's see. I'm getting other texts coming in
yes,
here. Let's see. She says, I am not in love. Lisa Left Eye. Nope, not her.
4th down and 2 for Sterling, and a cool cloud cover rolling in, little fog rolling in here from left to right. Man in motion.
Oh, boy.
And movement everywhere. And blitz on the way from West Deptford. Let's see who it's going to be give Sterling a 1st down. So
Kelly had to correct me. She says Lisa Left Eye is in TLC.
Yes, she is, and she is no longer with us.
All right, she said rest in peace. I'm going to give you a hint. The number 1 song title has the word paradise in it. We're talking 25 years ago, 1995, number 1 song, a 2-word title. 2nd word, paradise, as we get a 1st and 10 here.
Guns N' Roses, Paradise City?
No, that was 86. It's a song, 2 words. 2nd word is paradise.
Richardson on the carry, and Richardson maybe gets one before he's stacked up and pushed backwards.
And Kelly Johnson rolling 7s.
Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. That's Coach Johnson.
Ding, ding. Kelly Johnson
Well
gets
done.
another one.
Another one.
The other one left in that top 5. I'm trying to see how I can give it a hint here. It has the word kiss in it, in the title.
Seal, Kiss from a Rose.
That is correct.
From the Batman soundtrack.
That is correct. 1995, 25 years ago, they were your top 5 songs.
Richardson again on the carry and dives across the 40 and gains 3 as you hear PA announcer Mike Seeley almost echo the same thing I'm saying. Mike Seeley, the girls' head tennis coach as well as the boys' tennis coach.
Boy, we're seeing all kinds of tennis coaches involved in our broadcast.
Yep.
I know.
I was very entertained by the Lindenwold tennis coach who happened to coach soccer
Yep.
and happened to announce part of the game with you
Yeah.
last week.
He was
Coach Snyder?
entertaining. Yeah, there's no question about it. He's as entertaining as they come on the sidelines.
3rd down, and we'll call it 8. Savarese looking, has time, throws it into the Sterling bench. Incomplete, bring up 4th down and 8 from the 40.
And that's pretty much what you want to do against this West Deptford defense. If your initial receiver's not open, just kind of get out of the pocket, and if nothing else is there, just throw it away.
All right, Mr. Farr is also a musician, so he's legitimate. He asked us a question. What was the original song that was sampled for Gangster's Paradise? What was the original song in Gangster's Paradise that they took a song from? We're going to have to phone a friend Kelly Talent, see if she knows.
Johnson.
Kelly Johnson, yeah, Kelly Talent Johnson. Wow, what song?
Savarese, high snap. Savarese just going to sit on it, and wisely does so. It'll be a turnover on downs either way, and West Deptford will take over at the Sterling 26.
What song was sampled? Boy, Far, you're going to have to give us a clue while we get the turnover on downs here.
'95, what a year.
She's guessing Stevie Wonder is what she's guessing. And again, what's going to happen is we're a little delayed on the broadcast by the time it gets back to them. So she's phoning a friend for Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
And she says Pastime Paradise.
1st and 10 for West Deptford. Put the man in motion, coming to the near side. Grable back to pass, looking, throwing, and a penalty marker thrown. That's going to be a penalty on Ryan Ruiz, a junior, on the interference penalty, and easy call for the official.
Yeah, and you had Ruiz going stride for stride with the receiver, but that ball hung up there for a little while, and you saw the receiver adjusting, and he kind of got away a little bit from Ruiz, and he almost had to do that to bring him down because he would have brought that one in for 6.
Mr. Farr says it was Pastime Paradise by Stevie Wonder. Doing our best to keep everyone entertained tonight. That's a tough play for Ruiz. He was beaten to play. He tried his best. The ball came back, and there's not a lot he can do on that one. Good throw, too.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Already up 27-0. 7:33 remaining here in the half. Put a man in motion again. Man in motion gets the carry, coming across the 10, across the 5, and walking into the end zone is Brennan Shivers. And that will make it 33-0 Eagles on the 11-yard touchdown run by Shivers.
How'd you like to be Ruiz hanging out there in the secondary in the end? He's just trying to hold his ground. He's got 4 monsters coming right at him.
You really do. I mean, the dominance up front, it's just, like I said, there's West Deptford guards that are pulling that almost don't have anybody to hit because they just are dominant up front and pushing people to the next level, and they don't even get to the outside.
It's a neat shot with this extra point into the barbecue smoke.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 34-0, 7:27 remaining.
All right, let's have some more fun. You can't Google. The highlight of tonight has been 25 years ago this year. Can you name the 3 highest rated TV shows for the year 1995, 25 years ago?
All right, I know one.
Friends.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, let's see. Seinfeld is number 2. Friends is number 3 with an 18 share. Seinfeld has a 21 share. So you got the number 2 and the number 3. The number 1 show was on the same network. First of all, that network was?
NBC.
Correct. It was a 10 o'clock 1-hour show.
60 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, boy, I was going to hit you on that one. No, Mr. Farr, Cheers is incorrect. Number 2 again, Seinfeld. Number 3, Friends. Both NBC shows.
30 Rock.
Nope.
Not CSI, is that
No,
NBC?
that's CBS.
CBS, okay.
All right, who got this? Farr got it.
ER.
ER.
Okay.
Well done.
Number 1 show got a average of 22 share.
Wow.
So that was, we had Kelly Town says Twin Peak. Mr. Wiley says Cheers. Nope, not Cheers, not Twin Peak.
I was almost going to say Cheers, but I think Cheers ended just a little bit
before that, yeah.
Blakeney on the return from the 8. Blakeney, a little bit of room there, across the 25 out to the 27, and back to Mr. K for more trivia.
All right, I'm gonna. He said the Tom Hanks movie from 1995. You should know this.
Oh, yes, Saving Private Ryan.
No, this one I believe won an Academy Award.
Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah.
Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does. Miss Johnson said 1995 she graduated 8th grade, so this is all right in her wheelhouse.
Yep.
So Forrest Gump. Thank you, John Hallwood. John Hallwood will be seeing back hopefully soon with us.
Amber Powell and Caitlin O'Keefe are the goal scorers.
Congratulations, ladies. Our associate producer, Andrew, back here having fun with John.
1st and 10 for Sterling. Savarese barking out instructions from the shotgun with 7:18 remaining here in the half. Savarese throwing. Complete to, that is Makai Morgan on the reception, out to the 35-yard line, picks up about 8.
Kevin, I don't know if you caught that. You might have caught it on the camera. I'm not sure. The quarterback signaled something to Makai, and he signaled something back, almost like this is what I'm going to do. That's the way it looked from up here.
Yeah, and he's getting rid of the ball quicker after the interception, and had a little bit of time there, was able to set the feet, and that was a nice throw there by Savarese.
I think he got a lot of experience last week at Paulsboro, learning experience, even though obviously in a lopsided defeat. Savarese throwing left this time, has a man complete, and Blakeney across 40, the 30, being chased inside the 20, inside the 15. Beautiful pass and catch from Savarese to Blakeney.
And the last 2 plays, it was just a quick step back and throw. No delayed look to give the defenders time to get over there. And boy, Blakeney, when he catches the ball, can get those shoulders upfield, and he's a fun player to watch, even when he gets in a little bit of space.
Did a really good job getting that in the seam, got it over the linebacker. Really well-thrown ball.
Sterling, deepest they've been in Eagle territory in this game. 6:22 remaining, 1st and 10, ball placed at the 15. They're going to shift Richardson to Savarese's right. Savarese looking, and there was some movement before, and I was surprised the whistle didn't come out earlier.
Yeah, both wide receivers on the far side, they took off.
1st down at 15.
I was waiting for that, and then they snapped the ball, and then all of a sudden the whistles came out.
It's
getting colder out.
I was watching the linesman. He kept reaching for his flag and couldn't quite get it. He finally got it.
Well, the false starts, we talked about it before. What happened when you have a defensive front that's so quick and dominant, you want to get ahead of them a little bit, and it's something you see a lot in this situation.
I like Savarese. This kid's got guts. I mean, look at his uniform to start. You can't even see his number. He hangs in there. He does a real nice job. He doesn't play scared.
Richardson, another penalty marker comes in. Substitution penalty against Sterling. So now Sterling, after the big gain, is now going backwards.
And Tad, to what you're saying, after you had that blindside hit, was kind of shaking the cobwebs out. You had some throws that maybe weren't on, wasn't setting the feet, but in a lot of cases, a quarterback will be done for the rest of the game. But good job, again, like you said, Tad, of Savarese getting it together and now making a couple real nice throws.
Timeout Sterling with 6:20 remaining, probably just to get everything back together, get back on the same page.
All right, we're talking 25 years ago. Let's try another one. 25 years ago, I can't give too much of a hint yet because I would give this away. A major website began 25 years ago. It opened. Okay. It started on September 3rd of 1995.
Can I guess it, or you want me to wait?
I'll let Rob if he thinks.
I think I know it, but I'll give you first right.
Amazon.
Good guess, but not what I'm looking for here.
Yahoo.
No, you use this website a lot, Kevin.
Craigslist.
Not that one. No, I'm thinking it has to do with that, though. We have somebody texting in. Far says Napster. Nope, Napster is incorrect as we get back to our play here.
Savarese on 1st and long, going across the middle, and it is incomplete, almost picked off. Looking, I believe, for Ruiz, but he was double covered.
Yeah, they just little foot traffic there, knocked that down. Good throw again. Again, if I give the hint, I'm gonna give this away. I'm trying to. If I say the word auction.
eBay.
eBay, yeah.
eBay. Okay.
eBay started on this on September 3rd, 25 years ago.
Can you imagine if you had bought stock at Amazon?
Or eBay.
Or
What did Amazon start out as?
Kelly Johnson got it again.
Oh, yep, Amazon started out as a book company.
Yep.
Selling books.
2nd down and 20. High snap taken by Savarese.
Whoa.
Loses control, and he goes down, and the ball is loose, and West Deptford has it.
And
Are
Rob,
they going to say he's down, and Savarese is not getting up?
Yeah, that's a byproduct there of that muddy area of the field. The ball just slipped out of his hands.
Now, are
That's
they going to
tough.
say that Savarese was down? I believe that they are.
Ball came out, recovered by Sterling.
I've done that as a
Sterling
pitcher.
has a recovery.
I've done that, guys, as a pitcher before when I'm winding up
Wind
and
up
I
and the
take
ball
my
pops
hand
out.
back and it comes off my. That's and again throw in the slippery mud out there. So I've done that there, Santino.
And again, Tad, now, we walked the field earlier, and it's we weren't even in the middle of the field. We were off on the sidelines, and it's very muddy out there. It's over 2 inches of rain. In some areas, 3 inches of rain fell in the last 36 hours. Savarese being pressured, gets rid of it, and it is dropped. Probably better for West Deptford that they dropped it there on 4th down. They're going to get better field position, but good ball by Savarese, good presence to stay in the pocket and try and give Sterling at least a chance.
You can kind of all sense. I'm just sitting here with closing my eyes and ducking like this is not going to end well, but he got the pass off.
Right, that's it. That's a throw that you know when you get that pass off, you're getting hit because his eyes, I'm sure peripherally, could see the defensive end untouched coming in at him.
Miss Johnson checking in as well. She was a Division I college softball pitcher. She has done that many times too, where she goes to load, lets the ball gets loose and goes back into second base. So 4th down and long.
But 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Or excuse me, 2 to the far side. Snap again
Look
goes
out.
over the head. Penalty marker. And that might have saved Sterling. That saved Sterling there.
Well, I think Savarese would have been able to fall, and he kind of just, once he heard the flag, the play blown dead, he held up. But, yeah, that's been tough for Sterling all year. I mean, whether it's Savarese
And
or anybody.
here's a
back
microcosm
there.
of the season, Kevin. I mean, you have a great pass play, gets you down inside the 20, and now 3 or 4 penalties, and you're back at the 35-yard line.
4th and forever. Another whistle, and they're going to say a timeout. Sterling, their second with 5:02 remaining here in the half. Eagles leading 34-0.
All right, we're having fun with people online checking in with us as well. 1995, 25 years ago, what was the average income per year? 25 years
Annual
ago.
household income?
The average, it just says average income per
Average
year. I would
income.
say one person.
One person.
Average income. Now, again, you're talking 25 years ago, 1995.
$30,000
I was about to say 35.
35 is a great guess, Rob. 35,900
Great job.
was the average income in 1995.
That's how much I had in student loans after 1 year at community college. I'm just kidding.
Punt team on. Nobody back deep. Now they'll send somebody back.
Get this one away. It is a short kick. Squib kick, I guess, for lack of a better term, goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. And West Deptford takes over 1st and 10, under 5 to go here in the half.
All right, this is kind of general. 25 years ago, 1995, what TV show aired its last show, May 23rd of 1995? Kind of a cult classic. There has been a remake done of it, I want to say, on either Amazon or one of those networks.
It wasn't Married with Children?
No, not that
Not
one.
Cheers, is it?
Not Cheers.
Cheers
No,
was
Cheers
before,
was never redone. Some of the cast members in it as we get a 1st and 10.
Oh, okay.
Get there.
I
Got
got
plenty
it.
of
Get
time.
there.
We still got 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Can I guess it?
Yeah.
Wait after this play here.
Okay.
We'll give people a chance to catch up.
1st and 10. Pitch coming to the near side.
Good defense
And
there.
good defense there by Sterling for little to no gain. Maybe he even lost a yard there.
I'm going to say Roseanne.
No, not Roseanne.
Oh, man. I thought I had it.
Again, May 23rd, 1995. Its last show. They're on either
Full House.
Very good. Full House.
Okay.
Ding,
Very
ding,
good.
ding. That is correct. Full House went off the air 25 years ago.
Always a learning lesson at the end of every single episode.
Uncle Jesse?
Or Uncle Joey. Cut
Uncle
it
Joey.
out.
We are just TV geeks. Dan Farr just got it.
2nd down and 11. Another short gain by West Deptford off the right side, back across the 20 out to about the 21-22.
Who was
Third and long.
Who was the goofy guy in that, too? I'm trying to think.
Bob Cugnet.
Yeah, that's
Bob,
it.
yep.
Yeah. That's right. And then that show led into America's Funniest Home Videos.
Here's a fun fact.
Yes.
Dave Coulier
Is a Canadian.
and also dated Alanis Morissette.
Who had the Album of the Year.
And Album of the Year, and allegedly her hit song You Ought to Know is about her relationship with Dave Coulier, allegedly.
Wow. It'd be kind of cool to have a song named after you.
Handoff.
Oh, boy.
And now here's
Oh,
trouble.
boy.
West Deptford, nothing but daylight, one man to beat, and Sterling's not going to catch him. And going into the end zone, 58 yards, 58 yards for the touchdown. I was right the first time, 68. And it's 40-0.
I thought McQueen had a chance. I think that was Rashad McQueen almost, but just couldn't quite catch him.
Good hustle by McQueen. Had the angle of pursuit, almost got, like you said, Tad, almost got there, but then when Williams kind of negated that and pulled away, that was it.
40-0, 3:15 remaining here in the first half. All West Deptford. Extra point attempt underway. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
All right, let's go play some more while we're sitting here. Still got 3 minutes to go here. The clock will start to run. We're talking 25 years ago has been our theme. Can you name for me, I have the top 3 grossing movies for 1995. Top 3 grossing movies.
Well, we named one in Forrest Gump.
That was in there, but not top grossing at that point. They still had a little bit of a longer run. There are 3 movies that did gross more. I'll give people a chance, so while you guys are thinking, because we're a delayed broadcast, so I like when the other people can get in. So while we're talking about the 25 years ago, I mean, that's been our theme tonight, the top 3 grossing movies of what would be 1995. Kelly Talent checks in, and Kelly Talent has just named the second one, Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
$353 million. So she has one. That is the number 2 of the 3 that I'm trying to get.
And that, if there's one above Toy Story, that's saying a lot, because that was... Fun fact, that was originally named Tin Toy.
I didn't know that. Wait, we're giving you trivia on top of trivia. That's double layer.
Dan
trivia.
Farr says Jurassic Park.
No, not Jurassic Park.
Good guess, though. Blakeney with a good return out across the 35 and just shy of the 40-yard line. So Blakeney's been a nice bright spot here for Sterling on a obviously lopsided affair here tonight.
Yeah, and with limited space, has had a few nice kickoff returns, and we saw him return upfield after reception of a couple of Savaris's passes and make some nice plays after the catch.
Kelly Talon has the 3rd answer as well. She just came in with Apollo 13.
Apollo 13 was 1995?
Yes, it was.
Holy cow.
Was that was Tom Hanks was in that?
Tom
right?
Hanks, he
And
was.
He was in that
I'm
and
not-
Forrest Gump.
Pass is incomplete to
Oh.
Blakeney. He thought he had it and went in and out of the hands, threw into double coverage, but a nice throw by Savaris.
That was a really nicely thrown ball.
And they know he's going to Blakely because I think there was, 3 or 4 defenders right there. So,
He's still got a shot at it.
yeah.
It's not Titanic, is it?
No.
Titanic was
I
later.
could sing it, but no.
Titanic, I believe,
That
was
was around
late.
2000,
Yeah, it was around
maybe?
98, 99.
Dan Forrest checking in saying that Miss Johnson is cheating. So either he's a sore loser or I don't know. But Miss Talent Johnson is just rolling out the answers. Miss Johnson, are we going to have to file an investigation on you? We'll see.
Savarese hit as he throws, and it's picked off again at the 40-yard line by West Deptford. West Deptford returns it back to the 43-yard line, and that's Tyrone Oden on the interception. Under 3 to play here in the first half.
Clock should be running, but it
Should
has
be,
stopped.
it's not.
We'll have to kick the guy about 25 steps to our right here. I think is he awake even? He's got his head down. He's looking. All right, we have 2 of the top 3 movies from 25 years ago. Toy Story, Apollo 13. There's one that grossed $366 million.
Oh, I got it.
All right, we wait after this play.
We'll wait till after this play. I think I got it. First and 10 for the Eagles. Coming to the near side and plenty of room and plenty of daylight. And that's going to be a touchdown number 2 for Brendan Shivers. This time from 44 yards out. Penalty marker comes in late.
That is going to be for taunting, as just like in the Paulsboro game, the 2 players high-fived each other at the 5-yard line. So you're going to get unsportsmanlike at the 5-yard line. When the high five came in as they were running down the side, it's exactly what Paulsboro did, almost at the same yard marker, like they watched the films and repeated it.
And coach is not going to be happy about that.
And he's pointing it out right now. The high five was Jamar Jones. So it's after the touchdown.
So the points will stand, and I know Coach Morrell is not going to be happy about that.
We do a lot of, he's the athletic director here, so we work with him very well. And, in fact, he's the one that made it possible for us to be out here. And very classy guy. Again, they're running the ball, and obviously he did not want to see that there.
Terrific guy to work with. He really does a great job here. He's got a lot on his plate, too.
Oh, yeah.
Kick is tipped and somehow goes in.
Kissed the bottom of the bar and went in. All right, Rob, you have your guess.
I'm going to say Pulp Fiction.
That is not in there.
What?
No.
I thought I had that.
Blank.
I got nothing on this one.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Die Hard?
With?
Bruce Willis. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
That's correct.
Correct.
Was the number 1 movie. $366 million.
I wonder if Pulp Fiction was 94, 93.
Could have been in there. The best picture we talked about earlier was Forrest Gump that 25 years ago. All right, let's have some fun with this, especially with Mrs. Johnson out there, being a mom now. What were the 2 favorite baby names back in 1995?
The what?
Top baby names. What did most? There was
goodness.
1 boy name and 1 girl name. 1995. One of them would be a pop figure name, the male's name.
Ryan?
Not Ryan. A pop icon in the 90s. Who was?
Jackson.
That's as in first
Michael
name?
Jackson.
Michael. So Michael was the boy's name. With the exception of, wow, we'll get the kickoff here. I'm trying to think of a hint to give you for the other name.
Low line drive kick taken at the 40 by Sterling. And that is Tavon Atkins on the return for Sterling out to midfield.
Kelly Talent has to be Googling. Now, there's no way she spits that in. She got the answer. Kelly Talent.
Kudos to Coach Wiley saying his own name, Clint. Close, Coach.
All right, maybe I'm with you on this one, Mr. Farr, because Kelly Johnson just gave me the. Oh, she's saying Jessica Simpson. All right, I'm thinking Jessica Rabbit.
That's valid.
All right, I'll give her that one. But boy, that was quick. We got to get her in a trivia show.
First and 10 for Sterling, and it's Richardson on the carry for 3. Fun fact.
Yes.
I actually host trivia. I did a show last night for a bunch of West Coasters.
You know what? I was going to say we may have to set something up between Miss Johnson and maybe Mr. Farr, and you can host it.
I would love to.
And see what we can do here. Maybe we'll get a team or helpers together. They're all over this.
I will be more than happy to host that on any given night. Could we factor that into some professional development?
That would be cool.
Team bonding? Could we call it that?
Yeah.
I will. That's a penalty on Sterling.
False start called on Sterling. Repeat first down.
Miss Johnson wants to know what's the prize. She's getting all our answers. She knows what's the prize. I do have to come up with a prize for these answers.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, I have to give
I
her
have a
like
Sterling Radio shirt.
Oh, she likes gift cards. she likes gift cards. We may have to get her to announce a game with us. And then go ahead.
Second, 13, Richardson, gain of 1. It'll be third and long.
Speaking of the theme, she even gives me what kind of
Amazon gift cards.
There you go.
Give her a painting gift card. For me. 2 cabinets.
$10 off a painting of 100. Whatever. Paint 1 cabinet, get 1 for free. Third and 11 for Sterling. Savarese from the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near. Richardson to Savarese's right. Takes a snap, hands it to Richardson. Richardson right up the middle into West Deptford territory to about the 47.
Miss Johnson says she'll take the gift card, Mr. Schul. She has 2 rooms left.
I said cabinets, not rooms.
He's talking cabinets. 2 rooms
we're
left.
on the second time painting her. We're going to come around to the second time painting her house. We've already got it all done once.
Let's see.
Under 40 seconds remaining here, and Sterling obviously going to go for it on 4th down 48-0 here at West Deptford, in which they have not won since 2005. Savarese under 30 to go. Still getting some instructions from the sideline.
Miss Johnson says cabinets equal walls.
Savarese looking, throwing, and it is incomplete, but a penalty marker comes in with 15 seconds remaining, and that's going to be a pass interference against West Deptford.
And I know when you played for Paul Six, you had a situation where the team struggled. You really got to tip your cap to these kids. I mean, Savarese, these wide receivers, the guys online, they're fighting.
Playing hard. Jameer, Richardson running hard, keeping the legs going. It's a tough situation for younger guys. You're clearly outmatched here, but and we said this last week, these are some of the things right now that the coaches are looking at. They're looking to see who's playing, fighting through adversity, and that tells you what you need to know about someone's character.
Especially Santino Savarese. Battled last week, battling this week, and here's the aforementioned Richardson right up the middle. And that should be the last play of the first half as he gains a handful of yards there. And that will bring it to the conclusion of the first half. All West Deptford. They've done it on offense. They've done it on defense. They're going to go into the locker room with a 48-0 lead.
And what we'll do is we'll take a break. We got some commercials that some of the students have made. Some of them are newer. I'll try to come back with some more trivia for you in the second half, and hopefully we can do like we did last week where Sterling can get something here at the half. Hope you can hang around. Join us for more second half here of Sterling football.
Why are you such a loser? Why am I such a loser? No, I'm not a loser. I'm cool. Many people think I am too.
Hey, how was the game?
It was great. We won.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. You can check out all the highlights on Sterling TV 19's YouTube channel.
Oh, wow, really? All right, I'll check it out then.
Bye.
How do you think your junior year is gonna go? Joe? Joe? Joe, look out!
Hey, I don't think this is working out.
Dude, watch where you're going.
We've been talking and I don't think we want you sitting anymore. We've been friends for like ever. Why do you want me to go? I think you should just leave.
Imagine being lazy by littering.
It couldn't be me.
Littering has many consequences that you might not even be aware of. It kills over 100,000 mammals each year. It degrades into our environment. It can cause us to live over a big pile of trash. It contaminates our water. It can even cause someone to trip and fall. It is also illegal.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pick that up. Pick it up.
So please, take the extra time to help keep our planet clean by not littering. Throw your trash in a trash can.
Pretty cool to join.
I know, right? This whole thing was like,
Wait a minute. Man, where's your ID?
I don't know. Remy's not Irish, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever you say, man.
All right.
Young man, where's your ID?
Man, would you look at the time I have to get to class?
I can explain.
Okay, you have to explain in my office.
People are oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. So, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information.
Why are you such a loser? Why am I such a loser? No, I'm not a loser. I'm cool. Many people think I am too.